All right, let's get into our predicted lineup. We're going to get into the injuries and suspensions, what Ange has been speaking about in the pre-match press conference. So it's an extensive list.
Yeah, how many injuries away from a second column are we, do you think?
One.
One more injury. So, in terms of who's available for Thursday, Dom Solanke, he said, is still not quite 100%, but he is expected to be back in training today, in line of being available tomorrow. It's not 100%, but he said he's feeling a lot better than he was, and he is set to train, so that's really positive. Cuti Romero, unfortunately, said he's set to do his rehab today, so he's unavailable for Thursday, with the expectation that we hope to have him back on Friday, but latest he'll be back on early next week. So hopefully he'll be back, I guess, for the game after Chelsea, but maybe Chelsea. I have to wait and see. Van der Ven's still not in training, so he's unavailable for Thursday. Then you got Richarlison, Odegaard, Vicario, all still long-term absentees. Mikey Moore, he had a bit of a conversation about him, saying he's not going to be available probably till the turn of the year now. Didn't want to go into specifics about what is wrong with him and about what he has, essentially. Bit of a cryptic kind of answer from Ange Postecoglou, but anyway, he is still out. Archie Gray obviously went off against Fulham on Sunday, but he said he's come through it okay and should be available for Thursday. So everyone else is fine.
All right, so in goal will be obviously big Fraser Forster. I do think it's his biggest test so far, taking up the number 1 jersey from Vicario. I think where he's going to come under real pressure, not just his playing out the back, but also his sweeping coming into this game.
Definitely. I think there's going to be a lot of elements he's going to be tested. You know, even set pieces as well. Bournemouth are quite good from set pieces. So I think Fraser Forster's done really well. Don't want to, discredit him, because the last 2 appearances, really, really strong. A lot of saves. He's probably going to have to make a lot of saves in this one as well. But there are some elements, especially with Bournemouth's pressing, with his ability to sweep. They're going to be tested to the fullest in this game, so it's going to be a big test for him.
Right back, toss up between Jed, could be a three-way toss up. Gray, Spence, and Pedro Porro. I actually think he will go for Spence. I feel like Ange Postecoglou, the way he is in press conferences, whenever he plays something down, he kind of always just tries to prove you wrong when he plays something down. So I think he's double bluffing here in the press conference.
Yeah, I'm hoping he goes for Spence. Let's go for Spence. We're going to say Spence comes in. Not sure about the colour of the kit. Is that our away kit? Anyway.
No.
Do we have a colour of that? No, we don't have a colour like that, do we?
No, we...
But anyway, I think, there you go. I think for when it comes to Jed, he's part of the squad. He's our backup fullback. We've got a very busy period coming up. Porro hasn't had the best couple of games, looking a bit leggy, and this is a really good opportunity for him to show what he's capable of and show that he can start at this level and contribute. Now, I can understand the need for Porro, because I think, again, Bournemouth, with their high pressing, we're going to need players who are very good at build-up play and very good at playing out the back. And can Spence do that? We'll have to wait and see. We know Porro is very important for us in that aspect, and with Dragoshin and Davis going to be there without Romero, we're going to lose some really good elements in our backline and Forster as well. So Ange could decide to stick with Porro, given there's been a bit of a it's been a 5-day break since the last game. But we've got Chelsea coming up. We've got a lot of games coming up thick and fast. Porro's going to need a break at some point. I think this is probably the best opportunity to do it. So we're going to go with Spence.
All right centre back. I think it's pretty simple. Radu Dragusin, been fairly good. Well, really good actually in the last couple of games, particularly the second half against Fulham. I thought he was spectacular. So let's hope he can carry on that vein of form.
Yeah, and he's going to have Evan Nilsson kind of basically running at him the whole game, and it's going to be. I feel like in this game, we're going to need his penalty box defending, but as well he's going to have to be brave and he's going to have to step up. And I think he's been doing that, but. He's going to have to make sure he's not caught in behind when he does do that in this game. So I think his playing at the back is also going to be tested again, because Evan Nilsson just never stops running. So as much as he's been good last couple of games, again, it's probably an even harder test, this one.
So Radu on the right, on the left will be Ben Davies as well. Van der Ven is on the grass. but he hasn't been training with the first team as of yet. So it will be Ben Davies at left centre back. And, if you followed our tier list for the month of November, he did get our player of the month, backed it up with a really good performance against Fulham as well. So it's a man on really good form.
Yeah, he's been doing really well. And he's also been contributing really strongly to our build-up. So I think he's going to be valuable in this game. Hopefully he can stand up to scrutiny like he has done the last couple of games. He's really stepped up for the team. So he's an experienced player, and I've got no worries about him.
And then to make up that back four at left back will be Destiny Udogie. I've not been overly impressed with his form of late. Let's hope he can step it up, because we're going to need his aggressive nature. And I feel like in the build-up and going forward, he just hasn't been providing us with what he has done in the past.
Yeah, and he's going to be up against Semenyo in this one, who's been in great form this season. Such a tricky customer out on that right-hand side for Bournemouth. So we've seen him struggle at times against the likes of Bowen and other players on that side. So Semenyo is going to be an even bigger test. We know he's capable of standing up to it when he's at his best. But he needs to show his best on this game.
Yeah. In the number 6 position will be Yves Bissouma. Again, I think he's in fairly good form, but not the greatest performance against Fulham, let's be real. So he needs to step up.
Yeah, for sure. Fulham, I thought his touches were a bit off it, and he was kind of overplaying it sometimes and making mistakes. This is going to be a very tough game. Christie, Adams, very, very physical players in the middle. Justin Cliver, he's been pretty decent this season if he starts in the number 10. So he's going to have to be at his physical best. He's going to have to be patrolling as well. He's going to have to not make those mistakes when he's being pressed. But he's got the capability of dominating in the middle when he's at his best here, Bissouma. So hopefully he can reach those levels in this game.
Alongside him, hopefully in double pivot, will be Pape Matar Sarr. I think Pape is obviously having a really good season, but in the last couple of games against Roma and against Fulham, he's been a bit sloppy on the ball. These couple of misplaced passes, and we can't afford that in this game with a really aggressive Bournemouth side. So let's hope he can kind of just eradicate that from his game.
Yeah, I remember last time at the Vitality, he got a brilliant assist for Maddison last season, and we're going to need that kind of incisive play if we're going to open up Bournemouth in this game and make sure that we create enough opportunities, because if we're going to drop one of our attacking players for him, we're going to maybe lose a bit in the final third. He's going to make up for it, but we're going to need his running power, because especially if don't know if he's going to play on the right or the left, but especially Kirkes loves to get forward. They've got such dangerous players in the attacking positions, so we're just going to need to make sure that Bissouma and Sarr are just patrolling that. And if it does turn transitional, he's quite good at that game as well, so that could benefit us.
And then to make up that middle three will be Dejan Kulusevski, who obviously been an unbelievable player this season. Did get a rest against Fulham, came on with about 20 minutes to go, I think it was. So hopefully he's got some new energy and well rested, and he can come in fit and firing for this one.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting question where we play Decky this one. Does he go back off to the right like he did against City? And that means playing Maddison. Do we rest or drop Maddison, play him in the centre, and play Brennan on the right, who's obviously scoring lots of goals? We've gone with Decky in the centre. I think obviously he rested him on Sunday, and hopefully that means he's refreshed. And we're going to need his physicality, I feel, in this game. Bournemouth so aggressive, so strong, and I think it could be perfect. And I think it could be the perfect way to bring Maddison back in against Chelsea on Sunday as well. So we're going Decky in the middle.
Right-hand side of the attack, we are going for Brennan Johnson, a man on form in terms of goal scoring. I feel like against Fulham, he got the goal, and it was obviously very vital to us, but didn't impact too much in the game. But, the hardest thing in this game is to put the ball in the back of the net, and he's doing that with regularity this season. 10 goals in all competitions, so let's hope he can get another one.
Look, as long as he keeps putting the ball in the back of the net, I'm not going to have too many complaints. That's the reality. But we know his overall game sometimes leaves a lot to be desired. But at the end of the day, if all three players were playing as badly as Brennan but also scoring, they would have a goal each. So look, 6 Premier League goals now, 10 in all competitions, double figures already for Brennan. So big up to him. Good finish as well. Obviously, he's started the last 2 games. Ange did say he wants to rotate his wingers, but I feel like he will play Brendan here and probably rest him on Sunday, maybe to come off the bench. So we're going for Brendan here.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear Ange as well in the press conference say that we need, reinforcements over the next couple of windows in the forward line as well.
Definitely, yeah. And I hope he's not just talking about Jan Minchuk as much as I'm looking forward to. But yeah, hopefully they're planning on getting someone in January. The problem is, especially when you're looking at forward players, good forward players who are going to improve us, to get those kind of players in January is even more difficult because they're usually probably going to be starring for their team, and that means they're going to cost even more money, which is why we went for Timo last time.
It's true, but a few Januaries ago we got Rodrigo Bentancur and Dejan Kulusevski in a January transfer window, so a nice repeat of that window would be nice.
Correct, but again, those are players out of favour. So we get players. We can get out of favour players probably. Again, Werner out of favour, but to get players who are starring for their team, very difficult. And that's the only one Spurs fans are going to be happy with probably.
Yeah. Up front will be big Dom Solanke. He is a bit of a doubt coming into this game. Ange said in the press conference he's not at 100%, but I do think he'll come through training all right and go back to his old stomping ground. And I'm backing him to get a goal in this one as well.
Yeah, for sure. So we missed him massively against Fulham. We need his hold-up play. Zabriani and Senesi, again, 2 good ball-playing centre-backs who are quite physical.
Senesi went off injured, though, in the last game. I'm not sure if he's injured or not.
Well, if he's injured, that'll be a benefit because I think he's a good player. Another
It'll be Dean
Hyson. Hyson, young centre-back who's, again, good ball-playing, but physically, could Solanke bully him a bit? That's what I'm hoping for. But very good with the ball at his feet, Hyson. Scored that brilliant goal, I remember, for Roma.
He was one I wanted in the summer.
Yeah, he's young, but he's clearly got a lot of potential. But again, he's young, so could Solanke look at that and think, I could bully this guy? But as we said, Solanke might not be 100%. Maybe he's still feeling a bit effects of what illness he had. But he's going to be so important in this game if we're going to get the win here. So yeah, he's back in the team.
And then to finish off that starting 11 will be Heung-min Son Heung-min on the left-hand side, the captain and talisman, and let's hope he'll be back in full big form for the game.
Yeah, it's interesting because, again, Ange said he wants to rest players. Son has played started the last 2, so is it too much to expect him to start this one as well? Plus, Sunday, that's up for Ange to decide. Also, Werner did all right on Sunday against Fulham, got an assist, albeit it wasn't amazing, but he did all right. So could he trust him, keep Son on ice, have him on the bench and bring him on if need be, or will he start him for this game and on against Chelsea? We've gone for him to start both games, and look, we need Sonny's quality. We saw what Matoma did for Brighton against Bournemouth, and Son's going to have to do the similar.
All right, so there you have it. That is our predicted lineup going into the big game at the Vitality. Very difficult game. Big Fraser Forster in goal. Jed Spence at right back. Destiny Udogie at left back with the back 2 of Radu Dragusin and Ben Davis. Pape Matasar, Yves Bissouma and Dejan Kulusevski in the middle 3 with Brennan Johnson on the right, Son Heung-min on the left and big Dom Solanke up top. Me and Sim will be covering the watch along for you guys tomorrow, so come in and tune into that. And yeah, we'll see you all tomorrow, people. It's match day and it's a big one. So thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We'll see you all tomorrow. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.